Hello and welcome to this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, hang on, I'm not sure what's... There we are. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Thanks so much for tuning in, Major and Jeff. Thanks so much for joining the stream. If you haven't already, feel free to hit the like button. I'd really appreciate that. Thanks so much for tuning in. Regardless, today it will be Burnley, Major Man's Burnley, taking on Everton. And Burnley really do need a victory in today's game. We'll go through the team lineups now. Pope is in goal for Burnley. A back four of Loughton, Tarkowski, me and Taylor. Right, okay. And then, hi Chris, thank you much for tuning in. How you doing? Thank you much for joining the stream. Hope you're well. I'm doing good. How are you? McNeil, Brownhill, Westwood, Brady, Rodriguez, Wood. And then the teams for Everton: Pickford, Godfrey, Mina, Keane, Delph, Allen, Takore, Iwobi, Rodriguez, calvert-lewin and Richarlison. On the bench for both sides, we'll start with Burnley. Peacock Farrell is in goal, on the bench even after conceding 5 goals at Manchester City. Dunn, Long, Benson, Barnes, Peters and Vizeh make up the rest. On the bench for Everton, Lossell is in the goalkeeper, deputising goalkeeper as the substitute obviously. Bernard, Tom Davis, Gomez, Holgate, Sigurdsson and Tosin. A lot of injuries for both sides. Coleman, Lucadine and Gabarbin are all injured for Everton. Phil Bardsley, Jack Cork, Goodmanson and Stevens are all injured for the Clarets. And it will be Sean Dyche versus Ancelotti. So we'll be keeping an eye on the other games as well, like we always do, that are taking place. I'm not sure how many games are kicking off in the early kickoffs. There's always one in the Championship, which today is Reading taking on Nottingham Forest. There's a game at 1 o'clock in League 1, Gillingham taking on Swindon. At 1 o'clock there is a game in League 2 also, Scunthorpe United taking on Leyton Orient. And there's no games in any of the games in the Northern Premier League, Southern Premier League or the Ishmaelian Premier League or the Southern Central Premier League either, because Southern League Central Division rather, because all of those have been postponed until mid-December, I believe. So they are all off. So yeah, so 2-1 to Burnley. Get your predictions in if you haven't already. Burnley 0, Everton 1. So you're expecting an Everton win. 2-1 Burnley says Major Man. I'm going to go for an Everton win. I think it'll be tight. I don't think it'll be. I think it'll be quite a tough game for Everton, but I think they'll just about get the win. I'm going to go 2-1 to Everton. Bradford versus Carlisle is at 3 o'clock. Yes, we have plenty of games kicking off at 3 as always. Including that game that you just mentioned. Could be a interesting one for Carlisle. Yeah, Carlisle, I'm surprised to see Bradford all the way down in 22nd. That would be quite a big club to get relegated if they were to get relegated. I think Southend will really, really struggle to get out. For sure, I think they will definitely go down. Peter Players, thanks so much for tuning in. How you doing? And Jeff, thanks so much for joining the stream as well. How are you doing? Is the music loud enough or too quiet? I'll turn it up a little bit. Yeah, there we are. So let me know if it's too quiet or not loud enough or whatever. Yeah, please let me know in the comments. I went to Carlisle Salford last night. Good Wednesday night. Sorry, that's a good. Never seen Salford play because they rose as Hereford were rising too, so I never actually seen Salford play. They're one of the few sides that I haven't seen play yet in that sort of level. But yeah, I've never actually seen Salford play, so that's one up on me. But good win for Carlisle. So I've seen Newport. I haven't actually seen Newport. Seen Cheltenham, seen Exeter, seen Forest Green, seen Carlisle, seen Cambridge, seen Leyton Orient, seen Tranmere. Haven't seen Salford, haven't seen Bolton because they were just too high when Hereford were in the league. Morecambe, Colchester, Crawley, I haven't seen. I missed them. Once again, a side that came up through the ranks. They did play each other, but I was ill. My mum wouldn't let me go. I was ill off school, and then on Saturday she wouldn't let me go to the game, so I never actually watched Crawley. That was in 2011. Port Vale I've seen. Harrogate I obviously haven't seen because they're in the same league. Walsall I've seen. Oldham I have seen. Grimsby, Mansfield, Scunthorpe, Barrow I've seen, Bradford, Stevenage and Southend. So yeah, I've seen every side besides the sides that have recently come up or recently gone down in League 2. It was a deserved win. Salford were poor, interesting, because they're like a big tip for promotion every year, aren't they, Salford? 2-1 Everton win, that's what I said, Peter. But I have a feeling Burnley will score from a penalty. We'll have to keep an eye on that for sure. But I do feel with the side they have put out with Richarlison, with Rodriguez and calvert-lewin down the middle, they've got the Corey and Allen in midfield. I do worry about the wing backs. Iwobi and Delph aren't natural wing backs, obviously, particularly Fabian Delph, who did very well for City when he was involved back in was it 2017-18. He was left back and did very, very well, but it's not his natural position. I don't think anyone is going to disagree there. I'm actually thank you so much for tuning in. How are you doing? And Everton needs Everton to win. Yeah, I can understand that perspective from a Sheffield United fan. You don't want to be too far behind, because if they were to win, you would be then be 6 points away from Fulham, who are in 17th. However, they would go back down to relegation soon, so you'd actually be 7 points away from Burnley. If Everton were to win, they would go back into the top 4 and would find themselves in 4th place. If Burnley were to win, they would go into 17th out of the relegation zone. So a lot riding on both. Everton would like to go back into the top 4, even if it's just prematurely, and Burnley would want to get out of the relegation zone as quickly as possible and not go in there again, wouldn't they? So big. Ooh, hang on, I've just accidentally pinned a comment. How do I remove that unpinned message? Sorry, Chris. So yeah, so big aspects of both. Major Man, how are you, Mike? I'm doing okay. I just sometimes feel quite down about stuff. So yeah, that's quite an issue. But yeah, besides that, I'm doing okay. Hope you like my jumper. It's quite cold today, so I'm glad, because sometimes it's really warm and I wear these jumpers to look different and cool. Need to have my hair dyed again. But yeah, looking forward to Christmas. If you haven't already told me your plans, feel free to do so. I'm hoping to go home and see some of my family. I'm good. Senate play at 4 p.m. UK time at home to Ural, which should we win? We are top of the league. Which should we win? We are top on goal difference. That's great news. Great news. Do you live in Russia, I imagine? But I assume you do. And because they're starting to roll out the Russian vaccine, Sputnik, is it called? So that is good news for Russian spectators of the channel, which there are very much few and far between. My mum just messaged me just to say that I did lots of freezing and the is for vegan food going to ice this year. Oh, isn't she adorable? That's nice. She just messaged me saying she's going to get lots of vegan food from Kellyanne because we are probably a bit more troublesome to buy for than we were last year when we went vegan. I live in Russia. Yeah, hopefully vaccines work. Yes, hopefully do. But yeah, I'm going to visit Russia at some point because I want to. Me and my girlfriend have a map. You can see it over here. We have a map on my iPad as well, and it's all coloured with like different. Red means I don't want to go there. Someone in Yemen, which is like in massive war at the moment, and then somewhere that I really want to go, like Spain. But I have been to Spain before. I've been to Tenerife, but not with Kelly. So that's somewhere I want to go. So that would be in dark green to show that I really want to go there. And then, so yeah, I'm trying to hear you off slightly down. Sorry. Right, I'll turn the music down slightly for you, Jeff, and turn my microphone up. Is that any better, Jeff? Let me know. We're getting ready for the game to kick off. We are around 10 minutes away from time. That's better. That's really good. Sorry about that. If it ever is bad, let me know, because I don't have any sort of way of knowing. It sounds great to me, but I suppose my microphone isn't. I'm not plugged into my microphone. That makes sense. That probably doesn't make any sense. But there is a way. I'm thinking of getting a new microphone at some point in the future, maybe like for Christmas next year or something, that has like this software for it, and you can turn it up and down. So I could have the music absolutely blaring in my ears and have it really quiet for you, or I could have it really blaring in your ears and really quiet for me. So that's something I'm going to look forward to. But I'm not going to get a new microphone because for a long time, so I quite like it as well. And yeah, there was a time where I wasn't actually that good. Sounds like your voice background. It's in the background. Is that better? Is that any better, Jeff? I'll try and play it on here. See what it sounds like on my phone. So hopefully it's okay. Oh, it's still really loud, isn't it? It is still really loud. That's better. That's got to be better, right? Yeah, I think that's a lot better. No, it's still really quiet. Still really quiet. Right. That should be better. Yeah, that is a lot better. There we are. Right, okay, so sorted that out. Right. If there are any problems with the volumes, let me know. Let me know. I could turn that up as well. That's probably a bit better, isn't it? Right, okay, Koki. So I have already spoken about the games later, but you haven't already. I'd love a like on the video. We're going to hopefully get to around 20 likes, which is always my aim. I'm glad that is better, Peter. Yeah, I have like the audio mixer on OBS, and I didn't realise it was so low. But yeah, it's up a bit now. What's your plans for Christmas? So yeah, probably hoping to go home, as long as there's not any sort of craziness over the next few weeks. I will go and stay with my gran and see my mum as well, and yeah, spend Christmas there, and then come home on Christmas Day is the plan, and then have Boxing Day to myself. Kelly has to work Boxing Day, and I'll probably watch football, probably stream as well. So you'll all be able to watch that. And then Sunday I have work, and then Monday and Tuesday I have off as well. So there will be some streams then if Kelly is at work. So yeah, all good on that aspect. Yeah, so that's all good. I've lost my other AirPod. There we are. Yeah, so what's everyone else's plans for Christmas? What's everyone doing for Christmas? Are you seeing family, or are you staying at home? Let me know. Hopefully you all have a wonderful Christmas regardless of what you do. Yeah, I'm getting Kelly's presents together. I've got most of the presents that I need to get now. I think we need one, and then like a few like presents. Yeah, we've got about 3 or 4 people to buy for, and I need to buy for Kelly as well. I've got 2 of her presents already, but just in case she's listening, I won't say what they are. Seeing my whole family and witness my first niece Christmas too, which she's excited about. That's really nice, really nice. I do see you share some pictures of her on Twitter. Yes, so hope she has a nice first Christmas, and you have a nice Christmas as well, Chris. Yeah, so hope you have a nice Christmas. It's always nice to spend that sort of time with family, and there have been some people who have missed some of their holidays, like different religious holidays because of lockdown and stuff. So we're lucky that we're allowed to celebrate Christmas. But yeah, I do feel really, really sorry for those people that have not been able to celebrate things like Diwali. I don't think was properly celebrated. I think we're in lockdown then. So things like that. But yeah, at least we'll, some people will be able to celebrate Christmas. Those that celebrate it, of course. So there are some games later as well. The first one is Manchester City at home to Fulham. I've gone 5-1 in that game on the Super 6 at 5:30 rather. West Ham versus Manchester United. I reckon that could be a tough one for United. I really do. I reckon that could be really, really tough. And then Chelsea versus Leeds, another great tie for this weekend. That could be a very, very interesting one for sure. West Brom versus Crystal Palace is at 12 tomorrow on Sunday. Not going to be looking forward to that one. That one sounds quite drab. 2 o'clock, Sheffield United take on Leicester City. 4:30, the game of the weekend, Tottenham Hotspur versus Arsenal. I do fancy Spurs in that one, I've got to say. And then 7:15, Liverpool taking on Wolves. There isn't many like big ties. Like it's not like Liverpool versus City and Chelsea versus Liverpool, or do you know what I mean? It's not like massive, or versus Arsenal, Man United, and then but there's some really, really interesting ties. Obviously, the big one being the North London derby, Brighton versus Southampton as well, which is a little bit of a derby to end it on Monday. So some good games indeed. Hope you're all looking forward to them. Man City to put 4 past Fulham. Man United to win 2-1 against West Ham. 2-2 Chelsea versus Leeds. 3-2 West Brom. So we're expecting loads of goals at West Brom. Leicester to beat Sheffield United 1-0. I really do fear that we're going to see a record points low for Sheffield United this season. Tottenham 1, Arsenal 1, Liverpool 1, Wolves 0, and Brighton 1, Southampton 2. I'm sort of on the same sort of page as you there. I think Man City will beat Fulham. I'm not sure about West Ham versus United. United probably just about to win. I do fancy Chelsea to beat Leeds. West Brom versus Palace could go either way. Leicester will probably get the better of Sheffield United. I fancy Tottenham, but Liverpool and Southampton getting the wins I agree with as well. I need to put my headphones in, ready for the game. I'm all tired. No fans in attendance today. It is one of those games that is just not going to have any fans because it is a tier 3. Area is Burnley in Lancashire, so they will not be having any fans. However, if this game was played the reverse, Everton would be allowed fans because they are in tier 2, of course. Blades need Koulibaly back. Well, hopefully you can get something from the Leicester game and then kick on from there, Jeff. Shame I can't go to Liverpool tomorrow as it's only for local fans. Still, it's good to see fans back. Yeah, it is really good to see fans back, definitely. Imagine tickets are like gold dust, really. You know, and anyone who gets a ticket for these games are very, very, very lucky. Hopefully Burnley and, you know, Manchester and Wolverhampton, Birmingham, Leeds and etc. can all come out of tier 3 at some point to have some fans in. I think there's been a lot said of the tier system, but you know, to allow some fans in is great for most places. Unfortunately, most of the bigger areas are in the Premier League, like Sheffield and Birmingham and London being the big exception. Late on loan scoring a lot from Belgium. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely do with some more goals. We're going to go through the team lineups now, just for the final time. Pope is in goal, returns after missing out last week. Loughton, Tarkowski, me, Taylor, McNeil, Brownhill, Ashley Westwood, who I'm a big fan of. I saw him at Crewe many years ago. I thought he is going to be a very good player. Robbie Brady, Rodriguez and Wood. Pickford is in goal for Everton. Godfrey, Mina and Keane make up the back three. Iwobi and Delph are the wing backs, with Decore and Allen in midfield, and then a front three of Rodriguez, Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin. One of the best lineups going forward in the league for sure. Very good, especially with the amount of goals Calvert-Lewin has scored this season. Barnes, Benson, Dunn, Long, Peacock, Farrell, Peters and Vizeh are all on the bench for Burnley. Bench for Everton, Reeds, Bernard, Tom Davis, Gomez, Holgate, Lursel, Sigurdsson and Tosin as well. Players missing out include Luca Dean, who's out for a long-term injury on his ankle, which is a shame because I'm a big fan of him. Dale Stevens and Jack Cork are also out amongst others for Burnley. I think Bradford 1, Carlisle 2 today, as Bradford surprisingly out of form this season, massively underachieving. Our best chance to beat Bradford away from home. Yeah, definitely. You've definitely got a good chance of doing that for sure, and hopefully you can get the win. You're doing very. I expect you to struggle this season, to be honest, Chris, but you know, you've done very well. Gold, peace. How are you doing? Thank you so much for tuning into the stream. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are from. Hi, first time viewing your channel. What's your score prediction? I have gone for a 2-1 win to Everton for this game, and I really do feel that it will be tight. I think Burnley will give them a very good game as everyone takes the knee in support of the Black Lives Matter cause. There we are, and we are underway. We have just kicked off for the first half. If you have any further question, gold piece, let me know. Thanks, good luck. I don't actually support any of these teams. I just stream games. But yeah, I support a really rubbish team. Players need Carlisle midfielder John Mellis. He will score the goals you need. I mean, that's quite a big step up. Thanks, good luck. I support Sunderland. I think I was Julian Joseph. How you doing? I think I was joining the stream. I really do appreciate it. Sunderland, what an interesting team to support. I see that they're going to appoint Lee Johnson as their new manager. I feel like that is a good step in the right direction, and I feel like he could definitely be a very good move. So I feel like that is a good step. One of my friends, Jack, supports Bolton, and he was always very scathing of Phil Parkinson, so I wasn't surprised to see him get the boot. But definitely early days, and definitely still a chance of promotion, particularly if you get somebody good at that. Aidan McGeady is back at Sunderland because he did really well. Was he at he was at Preston, wasn't he? And then he went to Sunderland. Is that right? That was under Grayson, wasn't it? Does your mum do your hair? No, I moved out because I'm old. So yeah, my girlfriend does it. But yeah, I need to do it again because it's the roots are starting to come through. Thanks for the question. So there is Sean Dyche on the screen. You know him, tough as nails. We have another game, which is Reading versus Nottingham Forest. That has just kicked off in the Championship. And then there's two games, one in League 1 and one in League 2, kicking off at 1 o'clock. Scunthorpe versus Leyton Orient is in League 2. And League 1, we find Gillingham versus Swindon. Goal! I was just reading it. It's Robbie Brady. It's Robbie Brady with a goal. And straight away, Burnley have taken the lead. Really, really, really good goal. Really, really nice goal. Brilliant goal from quite far out as well. Really, really good goal. Major's thrilled. Iwobi gives it to Allen, and Allen gives it away, and it comes to Brady, and he shoots, puts it in the bottom corner. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant, brilliant strike. And it is 1-0 to Burnley. Great start for Burnley. Great start for Burnley. Yeah, really, really nice goal, really nice goal, really nice goal. And that is a great start for Burnley, who have been really, really, really struggling this season. Really pleased for them. Is calvert-lewin the only person on double digits to goal this season? I'm not sure. I will just check for you. Goal scorers. So yes, so Heung-min Son is on 9, calvert-lewin is on 10, and then at 8 we find Salah and Vardy. 7 we find Patrick Bamford, Fernandez, Harry Kane and Wilson. 6 we find Ollie Watkins, and then 5 we find Grealish, Ings, Jota and Sahar, and then loads of people on 4 and 3. So great start. Do you think Sunderland will win Wigan today in League 1? Joseph, I don't follow it as close as I should. The problem is, right, what I'd like to do is one day just be able to just watch football constantly, but I don't have the time. So I'm not as well versed in League 1 as I'd like to be. However, I would imagine Sunderland would get the victory over Wigan, who are bottom of the league for sure. Especially now Parkinson is gone. So yeah, I was born in Shrewsbury, who are also struggling in League 1. Do you play Fantasy Premier League? I don't actually play Fantasy Premier League. My aim for this year is to get enough subscribers and regular viewers to start my own league next year. So stick around. So yeah, that's one of my aims for the season. Ben Mee heads out. Westwood picks it up. I hate it when I hear noise and I don't know where it's coming from. Really, really disappointing start for Everton. I did not expect them to go behind so early on, but a brilliant strike by Robbie Brady has allowed Burnley to take the lead. And as things stand, that would take them above Fulham into 17th place and puts Fulham back into the relegation zone as well. Everton are 8th as things stand, and would, if the result carries on, they would have won just one of their last 5 games. So Major, well, yeah, what do you think of that goal? Really, really, really good start for them. Don't try to predict the Premier League this season. It is hard to predict the Premier League this season for sure. So many crazy results, particularly in the early weeks. I noticed there were so many times where the games would just go crazy. There'd be so many goals randomly. And yeah, it was really tough to predict. The goals have sort of dried up compared to how it was at the beginnings of the season. The early weeks of the season, there were so many goals in so many different games. But yeah, don't trust. I'm impressed. Yeah, really good start. Really good start for sure. Do you think Aidan McGeady is a good player? Yes, at that level, he should be very good. Because like I say, he was at Preston, if I'm not mistaken, and he did really well. And I expected him to do very well again. But yeah, really good player at that level. Here is the Corey. Iwobi. Where we're going to cross in. Finds Decore. Decore plays it back. Finds James Rodriguez, who shot. shoots even, and it takes deflection and punched away by Pope. You look like Matt Damon. When I've lost 7 stone. I've lost 7 stone in the last year and a bit, and people used to compare me to James Corden. But when I lose weight, I've lost weight. I get Matt Damon all the time. I mean, maybe on stream, but I don't think I look like him in person. Which means if you ever see me in person, you won't recognise me and just carry on. I expect the league table to sort itself out after the Christmas period. Yes, there seems to be a lot of games in that sort of times. You'd see City start to go up. I mean, if they were to win today, they would start to be in the sort of Europe area. Arsenal, I'm really worried for, particularly if they lose today. You know, they could really struggle. But I do see what you mean, particularly with the amount of games, which I'm sure makes Jurgen Klopp very unhappy. That they have to play so many games over the Christmas period. Although I don't think any manager who doesn't understand the Christmas period likes the Christmas period, besides the people who like the Christmas period, like me. You know, I really enjoy it over Christmas. I really enjoy it over Christmas, but you know, some want winter breaks and stuff. But I feel like some managers need to sort of understand this is our way, this is our philosophy, this is how we've always done things. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be like winter break and stuff, which we have since implemented, but you know, we play games on Christmas, on Boxing Day, we play games on New Year's Day, and that's how it's always been, and I would be bitterly disappointed if that ever changed. And there's also been talk of B teams for a long time, and Pep was like, it's the future to have the B teams just in amongst the league. If you want to explain, you know, to Sunderland or to Millwall or to Accrington or to Doncaster or to Shrewsbury or to Exeter or to Rotherham or to Stevenage that they're not as valuable and not as highly regarded as Arsenal under 23s, then go ahead and tell them, but I'm sure it won't go down very well. We have to deal with it. I love Klopp, but he has to deal with it. We play games 26th, 28th of October, so it is. Yeah, it's December even. Yeah, that is how it's always been. And it gives something to look forward to, particularly this year when there's so much crap happened. To be able to watch football a lot is really, really great. I'm not sure what they're going to be doing after the Christmas period. Yeah, they started off, Brain, with a back 4, and they've gone to this back 3, and I'm a big fan of Ben Godfrey. However, I'm not sure this is the right thing, but they do seem to be wanting to stick with it. So, you know, Carlo Ancelotti is very, 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 very much more a tactical genius compared to me. Well, anyway, it was a tactical genius compared to me, so I'm not going to say too much. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. Not a big fan of it. I feel like it could be better done a different way, for sure. I can't wait for Christmas, watching the football and the darts, stuffing myself with Christmas dinner, spending time with my family too. Yeah, it'd be really, really good. Really good. I'm not sure what I'm going to be having for Christmas lunch or Christmas dinner, but yeah, Delph is poor. Delph is very poor. Yes, there's no other words to describe it, really. Yeah, he is. He's all right as a backup option. I guess it's come up. It's bloomed fruit, if you know. Not bloomed fruit. What's the? It's helped with having injuries. That he can come in and do a job and fill in, but how good that job is, I'm not so sure. Delph was good at City. He was fine at City, but he isn't a long-term solution to left back. He's not a long-term solution for anyone at left back, unless you're playing like a lot further down. And if you're playing further down and you've got Fabian Delph in the team, you sure ain't going to play him left back. Loughton's ball in. Oh, good ball. Went almost finds Rodriguez. Ben Godfrey does really, really well. In the FA Cup, does Premier League crowd go to lower league teams? I don't think so, Jeff. It would be very kind of the Premier League clubs to allow that to happen. I don't think they would do that, though. I'm not sure what they do with the money either. That might be your question. Because they usually do half and half. I mean, if you're a Premier League club, if you are Manchester City, if you're Liverpool, if you're Chelsea's a brilliant example, meant to give 40% of the crowd money to Morecambe. If they don't give all of it, then bloody hell, they're a bit tight, aren't they? Burnley nearly scored again. Yes, yeah, it was a good chance. Here is calvert-lewin. Richarlison is down, injured. He's giving it out to Iwobi, puts it back. Oh, good save. Calvert-Lewin gets a touch on it, and there is Pope to make a brilliant, brilliant save. Stephen Blizzard, thank you much for tuning in. Stephen, I'm doing good. How are you? This doesn't bode well for Everton. Their last 5 games, they have lost 4, and 3 of them when they have conceded first. Interesting. Because you're an Everton fan, aren't you, Peter? Good save by him there. Really good save by Pope. Let me go. Burnley scored again. I meant if they're playing at their grounds. Yes, so if Marine facing Spurs, as JLM has just mentioned, Marine will be able to have the whole crowd of however many they can get in, which isn't many. Which is, I mean, it's a shame that this has happened when it has. Obviously, it's great news for Marine, but could you imagine how? I don't even know how they'd even go about having Tottenham turn up at Marine. It's amazing, and I did a video on it. I'm sure some of you probably watched it. I was just so delighted for Marine. That's what the FA Cup's about. It's like the year we needed a good draw for one of the lower league clubs. It came off, and we had a few good draws as well. It wasn't just one. It was Stockport had a good draw. I think Chorley had a good draw. Where he puts the ball in, saved by Pope. And Morecambe had a good draw away at Chelsea. So a lot of these sides had good draws, which is really, really positive to see. Really positive to see. Doing okay. That's great. Yes, you are. I thought so, Peter. It'd be nicer but safety needs to be considered. Newcastle fans are in Tier 3, for example. It's risky bringing them to lower league clubs' grounds. Yeah, I mean, I don't think anywhere they're having away fans. So it's not like it's just the FA Cup. Liverpool have Aston Villa again. Yes, hope they don't lose 7-2. I mean, I can't see it happening again. That would be quite bizarre, wouldn't it? Usually, I heard loads of noise and I was like, oh, are they playing music next door? But no, it's just Alfie making noises in the background. So usually Klopp puts out a weaker side in the Cups. That's just how he is as a person. Doesn't seem to really care about the domestic competitions, which is up to him. And it could be interesting to see whether there could be a tough game for Liverpool, because Villa got to the final of the Carabao Cup a few years ago. Or was that last year? That was last year, wasn't it? It's so long ago. So there is scope for them to go hard in these competitions for sure. So I missed you last week, slept through it, no problem at all, Stephen. I just wonder where you were. But I'm glad you're okay. And Liverpool I've already read that one. So yeah, so good start so far. If you haven't already, I'd love a like on the video if that's okay with everybody. Yeah, feel free to give a like on to the video. I really appreciate everyone who has tuned in so far. And as things stand, it would be a very, very good 3 points for Burnley. McNeil plays it out wide. Taylor puts the ball in. It looks like Pickford will get there first and will. Both goalkeepers are English, fighting for that number 1 shirt under Gareth Southgate alongside Dean Henderson, of course, who I just don't see Dean Henderson getting it while he's a backup goalkeeper at Manchester United. I think that would be very, very, very harsh on Pope and Pickford, who are playing every week. I'm sure you will have your opinions on who should be in the goalkeeper. Most people seem to think it should be Pope. I can understand why, because Pickford is a little bit... He's fine for England, but he does make some clangers sometimes for Everton. there's been a red card in the Championship game between Reading and Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest are down to 10 men. Ryan Yates has been sent off for them. Nick, thanks so much for tuning in. How are you doing? Thanks for joining the stream. How are you doing? Really appreciate you tuning in. I'm watching that now. Nice. Should be Henderson. I just don't see Henderson. I'm not a big fan of having somebody who isn't playing as number one. I think that could cause potential what's the word? Potential like divide in the dressing room where somebody who isn't playing every week, who's barely playing any games, is number one. I'm not a big fan of that at all. Great ball in by Westwood, and Mina does very, very well to handle that. He handled in the box, and the resulting penalty has been scored. Reading are 1-0 up in their game against Nottingham Forest now, and Forest are down to 10 men. So really, really positive news for Reading. Should be. I still put Pope ahead of Pickford. I can understand why. I think if Pope was playing for Everton and Pickford was playing for Burnley, then I think Pope would be number one. Does that make sense? I still think in this day and age where we have moved on so much from having, you know, we have people from all sorts of teams now. I still think there is that little bit of bias that we need players from the higher leagues. You know, look at Grealish, how well Grealish did, and then someone like Foden comes in pretty quickly, and Grealish has to wait his chance and stuff. Obviously, Foden is very, very highly rated. Pope playing behind a poor defence, in my opinion. Yeah, definitely. I'd put Mr. Blobby ahead of Pickford. I mean, I probably wouldn't put Mr. Blobby ahead of Pickford. He's still a decent goalkeeper, but for me, I think Pope's probably the better fit. The worst thing Blades did buying Ramsdale. Why is that? Who would you have bought instead? Because Henderson isn't going to come back. I put my niece. I'm sure she'd do a great job. Here is Rodriguez. He goes out wide and finds Richarlison. Puts the ball in. Headed away. Comes to Decore. Decore heads back in. Me heads away. Brady, scorer of the opening goal, finds Rodriguez, and here is Dwight McNeil. He's at McCarthy English. Yes, Alex McCarthy from Southampton. He is English. Yes, but he's never really been in contention. Well, they've got home back loan. I just don't think he'd come back. I think he wants to be number one at Manchester United now, for sure. Pope deserved better than Burnley in 17th. If they were to go down, he would certainly find a new club pretty quickly. So I feel for Pope, it'd probably be better for him at the moment to be playing at Burnley than on the bench, not playing, or third choice at somewhere like Tottenham. Does that make sense? So I think that's better. I was impressed with Kelleher's performance versus Ajax. Did very well in his debut. I saw a little bit of the game. I didn't see a great deal, but I did see Curtis Jones' only goal of the game. I went 3-0 in that game, so Liverpool let me down on the Super 6. But yeah, McCarthy is an option as well, but he's not very spoken about, I don't think. Yeah, Adrian looked really good at the start of last season when Autism was injured, and he was in goal and he looked really good, but it's gone downhill for him fairly quickly. I was shocked Adrian wasn't playing more experience. I think you're better off playing with somebody with less experience than somebody that the defence don't believe in. Because if defence don't believe in you, they're going to play a bit more on edge. If that makes sense. I think you're better off to play somebody with no experience than somebody that are extremely worried about. Liverpool versus Ajax was hilarious. It was a strange one, wasn't it, if I remember correct? Ajax keeper was to blame. Poor from him. Yes, Onana, who's quite highly rated. So it was very strange that it didn't go his way. We have gained numbers as well. Thank you so much for everyone who's hit the like button today. Your volume is really, really low. Sorry about that. Is that better? Is that better? Let me know. I don't want it to be too loud. Brownhill's shot is wide of the mark. I assume that's... Is that who? Yeah, it was him who's at Bristol City. I thought so. There we are. All right, okay. I'm glad that's okay. Because I don't want to like scream in it to like hurt your ears or anything. But I'm quite softly spoken, I think. Quite a soft speaker. 1995. No, wrong. Guess again. Is this Liverpool Ajax chat or Barnsley Everton? Sorry, dude. Feel free to talk about something else. I was just speaking about that game. So Manchester City versus Fulham is at 3 o'clock, and Sunderland have just appointed Lee Johnson as their new manager. I'm not sure what you're on about, TH Gamer. Kelleher was also thrown balls defence as soon as he got it. It was much better reaction timing than even Allison. That's good. It's good. It's good. Here is Brady. So if you haven't already got your prediction in, or you're just tuning in and you're watching and you're not commented or something, feel free to put your prediction in. It seems to be... spoke to my head in. So it seems to be that the sort of consensus is that it's an Everton win, and that is what we've got so far. Here is another one. Hypatia TV. My prediction is 3-1 for Everton, so you're expecting an Everton win as well. I went 2-1 to Everton, so my result can still happen. I think Major, who was in earlier, said 2-1 to Burnley, so he could also be right. I hope I see Burnley win, though. I see 2-1, so you're expecting a win to Everton as well. So nobody really fancying that. Well, I was thinking 3-1 Everton. Burnley are tough to break down. That is true, but they did concede 5 last week. Nico Williams had a better game too. I fully support him. He's young, of course. He will make no mistakes. Still don't agree with our fans abusing him on social media. That's a disgrace. It is nasty to abuse anyone on social media. Even me. Even if, you know, I had somebody, I'm sure some of you are aware, some of you aren't aware, who was very, 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 very mean to me on, and I didn't like it, and I was very, very upset by it, and I was like, you know, you're very, 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 very mean. So yeah. Has anyone ever told you that you look like Matt Damon? Yes, literally in the stream. I don't. I mean, I don't know what to think of that. It's whatever. It's whatever. But yes, I have been told that before. It will be 2 or 3 fast goals. So you're expecting a quick turnaround. I think James and Richarlison will score. Those are the two. Well, I mean, the front three are obviously most likely to score, but those two are the players that will probably turn the needle, if you know what I mean. City will always beat Burnley. I went 2-1 on my Super 6, and I said on my stream before the game kicked off, they usually put 5 past them. And that is exactly what happened. I'm such an idiot. I could have got another 5 points, and Everton will come back in the second half. So there's been a goal in the women's game between Aston Villa and Manchester United. Leah Galton has scored for Manchester United. I don't really follow women's football, but if you do. If you do, then great stuff for you. Oh. The atmosphere was brilliant. That's great. That's great. I thought you weren't meant to sing, but that's great. I mean, any fans is just brilliant, isn't it? It's just brilliant. I'm not sure what the infection rate is in Carlisle. I'm sure you know better than I do. Getting more stuff from Sheffield United UK package. That's good. Paul Hurst could be going back to Shrewsbury as manager. Shrewsbury have appointed Steve Kotrelnik, so that won't be happening. I think if he scores, James will score from a set piece. So it looks like Fabian Delph is knackered here. Yeah, he's pulled him. His hamstring's gone. So Fabian Delph will be coming off. They're just saying about his injuries. He is very, very, very injury prone. But yeah, it looks like he will be coming off, unfortunately. I'm not sure who we could bring on. Python thinks not tuning in. Tom Davis could play there. Mason Holgate. I mean, I only mentioned Holgate because Davis because he played there last time, didn't he? There's Andre Gomez warming up. I mean, they could go to a back. They couldn't even go back to. They could. I don't even know. I don't know what he will do. I have absolutely no idea. There will be a lockdown again in January. Probably will be, Nick. But once we've had that final lockdown, I think that will be it. Everton is too strong for them 5 bad results in a row. Yes, I mean, I'm expecting them to come back for sure. Crowd fans were singing during the game, so I assumed it was okay. I think once the goals go in, you have to stay in your seat and don't celebrate with other fans. It's better than nothing, isn't it? Or despite all these roles, it will be Andre Gomez to come on. I'm not sure what they're doing, but it looks like Gomez will be coming on for the Toffees. Yeah, hopefully we don't need another lockdown. Hopefully we don't need... Or maybe at left back? Maybe? And one of them goes to left. Maybe Keane goes to left back. Just FYI, comparing to Matt Damon, it's having a compliment, unless we're discussing politics. I don't know anything about Matt Damon besides the fact he's like part of Water.org. I am not from England. Sorry, because of my bad English. I understand every word. Don't worry. Your English is much better than than me trying to speak any other language. But let me know where you're from. I'm interested. Yeah. Because I used to be really, really, really fat. And now I'm not. I'm just overweight now. But I used to be really, really, really obese. Who do you think is going to qualify from PSG, Leipzig and Manchester United? I think it will be PSG, Stephen. And I think the other team will be from Manchester United. But I'd like to see Leipzig. I'd like to see United go out because I don't like United. I will be player there versus Leeds. I am from Serbia. Very nice. I think I had somebody from Serbia before. He was a bit weird. But yeah, I've definitely heard of. I've obviously heard of Serbia. I don't know why, but every time I think of Serbia, I think of Matija Kezman, who played for Chelsea. I think it was the first player I ever heard from Serbia, even though you've had some very, very good players since. Used to be really fat and still am. That's all right. Congratulations, you've lost weight, Mike. I have. Go back and watch my old videos. I'm absolutely massive, and I've lost a lot of weight. I haven't finished yet, but I'm hoping I can get down to like a reasonable weight. Put some muscle on. The women. I'll be batting off the women. Calvert-Lewin puts it behind for a corner kick to Everton. Tarkowski taking the final touch. Who injured? Mohammed, it was Fabian Delph. Do you play fantasy football? Rick Ray, thank you much for tuning in. I don't, but I'm hoping if I get enough subscribers and enough viewers that I can do my own league next year. Little I know about football. The goal piece, I really do appreciate it. PSG and Leipzig, I think, because Leipzig ball comes in. Headed away by Ben Mee. Comes as far as Gomez. Gomez is blocked and put away by Rodriguez. It comes out wide and it is dealt with by Burnley, and Westwood gets it away only as far as big old Decore, who plays it back to Pickford. They'll do the Atalanta effect. Now, Hereford had a goalkeeper called Peter Glashy, who was on loan from Liverpool, who is now the RB Leipzig goalkeeper, and is the only player... two players I've seen that have gone on to play for in the Champions League, which are Glashy and Gary Hooper as well. So I always look for their results just because he was in goal for Hereford once. How easy does Chelsea have it in the Champions League group stage? They got lucky. They had a good draw. But you can only beat what's in front of you, Peter. They're going to beat someone. Gomez is a player who snapped his ankle against Spurs. Yes, 100%. Props to you, mate. You look healthy. Thank you so much. I don't normally have blonde hair. I used to have brown hair, as you can see from my roots, but now it is blonde. And I'm going to keep it blonde. I need to dye it again. My girlfriend likes it. So, Sunderland have appointed Lee Johnson as their new head coach a day after naming Christian Speakman as their new sporting director. I think it's quite a good appointment. I think he'll do all right there. I think he will get them up. Buffering a little bit. We haven't dropped any frames, Jeff. It should be your end. I have absolutely no confidence in Manchester United anymore. I don't think anyone has confidence in Manchester United at the moment. It's been 2 years since your channel has been created. Yes, I created it in March 2018. 2018, I think. 2018, yeah, March 2018. And, yeah, 2018. Yeah, so 2018. And let me have a look. So some really, really good players, as Hiptia says. Nemanja Matic and I think Vidic was Serbian as well, wasn't he? And Tadic as well. So some really, really good players here. Is Milinkovic Savic from Serbian? Or I'm sure. Let me know. Yeah, shouldn't be. We haven't dropped any frames. Everything's normal on my end, if that makes sense. So there shouldn't be any. What's your favourite match day snack? Well, my dad is very, very, very tight, so I never used to have a match day snack. I never used to have anything when I was at the football. So yeah, that's just how it is. Do you remember at the time when your dog was chewing a Coke bottle? Yeah, I do. He's annoying, isn't he? Where is he? He's asleep. Well, he's not actually asleep. He's just behind me. He's just minding his own business. Who do you think will be the ones to look at this midweek, this game week? So, if you mean like the Premier League, I'm really personally looking forward to watching the North London derby, and I also feel like Liverpool versus Wolves will be a good game as well. And in the Champions League, the games I usually watch the goals show on BT Sport, which is like shows all the goals for the Champions League. But if I was to watch one, I'd probably watch Barca Juventus on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, calvert-lewin gets a touch. Here is Richarlison, and the offside flag is up. And then Wednesday, it has to be Real Madrid versus Borussia Mönchengladbach, I would say. But SMS is not super high class about famous Serbian players. We have a bunch, but most of them are football history. Yes, Vidic is Serbian, but at the moment we do not have it. Still some really good players. No, she didn't mention Kezman. He's not that good. My uncle is from Novi Sad in Serbia. That's so cool. That's nice that you have a connection, even though you don't know each other, just from my stream. Trent Alexander-Arnold is set to be back in the squad tonight. That's a big boost for Liverpool. Arsenal versus Spurs. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I think Spurs will beat Arsenal for sure. Arteta must go after Spurs beating Arsenal. I just don't see how them getting rid of Arteta is anyway a step in the right direction. I know that seems like, he's not getting the results or whatever, but I just don't see how sacking another manager and starting afresh again is the right way to go. I just feel like I'd give him till the end of the year. Sure. See how he gets on from there. And if things pick up a little bit, maybe give him January. I guess the end, you want January is when you can sign players. So you need to make a decision. You need to either back him or sack him at that window. Calvert-Lewin is a beat this season. He's doing really well, isn't he? Kezman is good too, but not super high class. No, definitely not super high class. He wasn't that good. He was just the first Serbian player I knew. I didn't think he was that good at all. Yeah, really good matches. Some really, really interesting games for sure. Arsenal have the same problems if they sack Arteta. It'll be the same problems with the next manager. And they've gone with a young, up and coming manager. They need to give him time. I don't think it would be the step in the right direction to sack again. So yeah, that's just my... Here's Richarlison. Shoots wide of Nick Pope's goal. Kezman is good in Dutch League, but in the EPL, yeah, he wasn't too good in the EPL, or the Premier League. At insult injury, we even lost to Arsenal. Good comeback against Southampton though on, was it Sunday? Because I was in the range on Sunday when that game was going on. Yeah, I just think January is a good time to make a change or back him and see how he gets on and give him the rest of the season. Levante have taken the lead against Getafe. 1-0 in that game after 5 minutes. For those that are a big fan of La Liga. Cavani did great, yeah. Really good, really good. We are 36 minutes into this game and it is currently 1-0 to the hosts. And there hasn't been many real clear chances from there. And that was a really, really good goal as well. I was really impressed with Robbie Brady's goal. Here is Yerry Mina for Everton. least Cavani won't flop like Falcao did. Yeah, and the weird thing is Falcao has gone on and done fine in Ligue 1, so I'm not sure what went wrong really. But I expected Cavani. I said I think Cavani will be fine. I didn't understand this aspect of how he's going to be crap. Like, he's a good player who scored a lot of goals, so I thought he would be fine. I think he'll be fine. He's not going to be a long-term solution, but he's better than Igalo, so I think it was a fine move. Or Di Maria, Memphis, or Sanchez. Sanchez was a really bad buy. That's got to go down as one of the most bad buys in history. Arteta will never be a Klopp or Mourinho type manager. No, but you're comparing two of the best managers this century to someone that's not been given a full season. So that's it. Elliot Jones, thank you for tuning in. Elliot, how you doing? Thank you for joining the stream. I am a fan of La Liga. I will be honest, I do not like the EPL too much because everyone here watched it like EPL as the richest league in the world. I suppose a lot of I mean I don't know, but Getafe have now gone down to 10 men. So when there's a lot of Serbian players in like a certain league, then that will draw more attention. The Premier League is what the most watched league in the world as well. But yeah, I watch a lot of. I don't watch too much La Liga. I usually watch quite a lot of like non-league football because my team play in the non-league. McNeil is set to take this corner kick for Burnley, and a goal here would really put the cat amongst the pigeons. The ball comes in and Pickford punches away. I'm going to make a big prediction. If Everton don't score by half-time, they won't win. Interesting. Potentially, it's a big half-time talk if they are 1-0 down. He really needs to get it right. Do you think City should have signed Cavani? I feel like he would be that Dzeko type striker you lack. Potentially, but drawing a full squad all being fit, he'd probably struggle to make the bench because we wouldn't have two strikers on the bench and only play one striker up front. And you wouldn't really, how disillusioned would somebody like Gabriel Jesus be if they brought in Cavani and started him ahead of him? Does that make sense? A young up-and-coming striker who's going to be very, very, very good. And then, you've got Aguero as well, who's obviously a starter. So, potentially, if they'd have known in the past that they'd have so many injury problems, then he would have been a good option. I see what you mean. Sevilla versus Real should be interesting. Because Sociedad are top of that league, aren't they? Why do you think James Rodriguez has dipped in form, and do you think he can regain the form he has started in the season? Really good question. Vision Clan, I think what's tuned in. Hi, thank you much for joining the stream. How are you doing? I feel James Rodriguez is a very, very good player. I've always been a massive fan of James Rodriguez. Massive, massive fan. Here's Alan. Alan puts the ball in, and Pope will claim that. I feel he will get back his form. He had that little bit of an injury, didn't he? And he's not been great since. So yeah, I think it will come back in time. Do you think Everton will finish in the top 4? I am going to say Everton will get his place in Europe. Where they finish, I'm not too sure. I think they'll finish in Europe. If Sevilla win, they go above Real. I will get the league up just so I can have a better understanding of what you're saying. But that would be really, really good. How nice would it be for... Oh, Wood was through and should have made it 2-0. Great save by Pickford. How nice would it be to have someone different win the La Liga? It's going to be Barcelona and Real Madrid. And if it's not them, it's going to be Atleti. And that's how it's been since for a while. I think the last one, I can remember Valencia winning it in 2004 under Benitez. And I'm not sure how many it's been since. So it would be really, really, really good to see. Do you think Everton will top 6? Yeah, that's the sort of. I like I said, I think they will finish in Europe. Which, if they have Europe, then they could potentially sign better players. If they keep hold of Ancelotti, because he's a big draw. La Liga is better by point. It is officially the best league in the world. in international competition. Real Madrid, Sevilla and Barcelona have earned a bunch of points in the last couple of years for Liga. Yes, of course, because they have done very well, particularly Real Madrid and Sevilla in European competition. Yes, that was a great save by Pickford. Gomez's ball in, away by me. Comes back to Gomez, who is offside. City cannot earn nothing with billions of dollars. You say that, but City have gained. They spent a lot of money, but they're also gaining a lot of sponsorships and a lot of publicity and stuff like that. So eventually, I think in like 30 years' time, like a long time, they will just be a normal club because they'll have so much money from like sponsorships and stuff like the big clubs do. R.I.P. Maradona. Yes, R.I.P. to Maradona. One of the best players to play in any league. You know, very, 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 very good player. Very good player. And he's done superb. It was his travesty to see him. He had a lot of problems, off the field and things like that. But he's as a player, one of the best. One of the best. There's been another sending off this time for BB Zuramspor, which I assume is in Turkey. Let me know if you know any different, but sending off there as well. But we are beginning to look forward to half-time. Yeah, you're right. The point of football should be to score goals and earn trophies. Yes, definitely. I'm not a big fan of any other way of playing football other than nice football. But I say that, I would happily... I don't see the point in, eventually if you play football like Jose Mourinho and you are successful, eventually you get sick of it. Look at... I know it's a different level, but Stoke, right? They are fine under Tony Pulis several years ago. They're fine under Tony Pulis, never going to go down. But they get bored of just the same old crap. Nobody wants to go and watch that. I'd rather go and watch my team play in like a different league and play some sublime football than watch crap and dross. And I know it's a big thing, like the Premier League and having so much money. But you got to have a nice product to watch, or the fans are just going to get bored and want somebody else, which eventually happened at Stoke and will happen and anywhere else he goes eventually. Pele, Messi, Maradona, Ronaldo, and Neymar. So Neymar, you think, is one of the best players in the world? That's interesting. I have actually seen Neymar play, which is the only player I have seen on that list. There is a VAR for the foul on Gomez by Gomez on Josh Brownhill or Gomez. So they are just checking this. Since 2000, Deportivo La Coruña won it 2000, Valencia in 2002-04, and Atleti in 2014. So nothing given there. Gomez is fine, and Brownhill will have to just get on with it. Yeah, so I suppose it's two-sided, isn't it? Really, with Atleti sometimes up there, but like I say, I've only won it once in the last 20 years. So 3 added minutes. My top 6 of them to start the season: Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Man United, Tottenham, Everton. I am expecting City, Everton and Tottenham and Liverpool, but I'm not sure what and all. I still fancy Liverpool to win the Premier League. I really do. And I've not diverted from that in any way since the start of the season. I am a fan of Everton and Watford in the Premier League. Watford aren't in the Premier League anymore, but I understand what you mean. Man United won't get top 4, I don't think. No, I don't think so. Watford's in the Championship. Yeah. Anyway, I have my English GCSE course, and this lady who I sit next to is in her late 30s, and she looks really young for her age. I was really surprised to hear she had a 16-year-old son. Anyway, she has a Polish name. Her name's Małgorzata, and everyone calls her Margaret because they don't know how to say her name. And I learned just how to pronounce her name. over the week, and I told her, and she was really, really like grateful, and like it made her day that I'd gone out my way to learn her name, which was really, really nice. So I'm definitely going to, if I have anyone who's like has a different sort of like is from a different country, and they have a different like a name that's not usual to us, I'm going to take the time to brilliant great work. Richarlison puts the ball in, flashes the ball into the box, and there, of course, who else? Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and it is 1-1. Brilliant, well-worked goal by Everton. And as Peter said, they needed that goal before half-time, and it is just come. Brilliant goal. There is a VAR here. Alan has a collision. I'm going to call it a collision with Westwood. I don't think there's a lot in that, but there is a VAR here. So this goal may be rolled out. Yeah, Alan plays it to Richarlison. Richarlison whips it in. There is Calvert-Lewin. He is definitely onside. So the goal is fine. It's just whether there's a foul there. Brilliant. 11 goals now for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who took out Pope after the goal went in. And the goal has stood. There we are. And it is 1-1. Here is Calvert-Lewin's shot is blocked for a corner, and Everton are all over them. But we have just reached the break. And it is half-time. Really well worked goal. Fair play. Nice goal. And it is 1-1 at the break. And I feel like that goal really happened at the right time, because that completely changes the half-time team talk that Carlo Ancelotti was about to give. It was about to be, we need a goal. We need to get back into this. That's not been good enough. So now we're level, and we can go on and win this game. So big goal for Everton right at the break. Thank you very much everyone who's hit the subscribe. We've had 8 new subscribers already today. I really do appreciate everyone who has hit the subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much everyone who's joined in so far. We've had an amazing amount of people tune in. I really do appreciate it. You are so bad, Mike. Thank you so much. That's really kind. So yeah, so at half time it is 1-1. Gillingham have taken the lead against Swindon Town. Verdane Oliver has opened the scoring there after 17 minutes. Remember him playing for Lincoln about 6 years ago. So yeah. We'll just check the other half-time scores. Comments out, Mike, I just laugh it off. Yeah, I'm not too bothered by it. At the end of the day, I've had 8 new subscribers, so obviously people like my content, and if you don't, then you don't have to watch it. Anyway, so Burnley and Everton is drawing 1-1. That is at half-time. At half-time as well in the Championship game between Reading and Nottingham Forest. Reading have taken the lead for a penalty, and Ryan Yates has been sent off for Forest. In League One, 21 minutes has gone by, and Gillingham are 1-0 up against Swindon Town. Scunthorpe and Leyton Orient are drawing 0-0. There are some games in other countries as well, but I don't think there's any games I should be aware of. There's some games in England as well, but the under-18s and the Women's Super League, which I have already covered. Bundesliga kicks off at 2:30 as always. And there's games throughout the afternoon and evening in Serie A as well. So that is how we are doing. Thanks so much for hitting the subscribe button, Prazan Maga. I really do appreciate it, and I will play it again because I missed it. Well, it should be. It's not playing. I don't know why it's not playing. Sorry about that. I should have played. Is Scunthorpe playing? Yes, Scunthorpe is drawing 0-0 against Leyton Orient. Lee Johnson is a new Sunderland manager. I just literally covered that, and good move. I feel like for Sunderland, definitely has a potential to take you up for sure. Some names are the same everywhere. For example, in Serbia we have Christian, Marco, Sebastian, Johan, John, Jovan, Margareta. Nice. Yeah. I was really pleased that I did that, because she said like only one person has ever called her Margareta while she's been here 13 years, and I thought, bloody hell, like that, like that's such a small thing to me, but yeah, I was really glad I did that. So have a look at the half-time stats real quickly. 62% possession to Everton, 38% possession, of course, to Burnley. 4 attempts from Burnley, 7 from Everton. 3 attempts on target for Everton, 2 for Burnley. 2-1 in favour of Everton on shots off goal, and the same in block shots. Burnley have had 6 free kicks. Everton have had 3. Now you can't have a shout out. Corner kicks, 2 for Everton, 1 for Burnley. Offsides has been 2 for Everton as well. So Everton I would say, have been probably the better team. It's been fairly even. Well, not because you were really nasty earlier. Well, it's dinner time here. I watched you for the first time and you're really likeable. Keep up the good work. Good night to you and everyone else watching the stream. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate this. The subscribe. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're tuning in again some other time. But thank you so much for tuning in, present, and I'll see you again. So we'll have a look at some interesting games in the championship as well. I'll actually tell you my Super 6, because why not? I'll tell you what I've done in the Super 6 and let me know what you think. And I probably won't change it because I hate changing it. But here's what I put in the Super 6. So I've gone 5-1 to Manchester City, beating Fulham. Norwich against Sheffield Wednesday, I've gone 2-0 to Norwich. Brentford 2, Blackburn 1. Bristol City 1, Birmingham 0. For Millwall and Derby, I've gone 2-1 to the Rams. So I've gone for Wayne Rooney to get his first win as caretaker. And then Stoke 0, Middlesbrough 2. That's what I've gone for. I personally feel like I've gone for a few surprises, but I don't like to change it. Just like David, thanks so much, Jeff. I really do appreciate it. Can Everton get a point at Chelsea? I don't know. I would say that would be. I don't think so. Potentially, of course. You do not look like a British guy. You look like the type of Scandinavia, Norway, Finland, not because of the hair colour, but because of facial expression. That's interesting. I've never had anyone ever say anything like that before. Thank you, dude. I really appreciate it. I am quite fair at the moment, but I have lights on me. But if you look at my videos in like the summer, I tan quite a lot. So it is because it's so cold here now. The Bandit, thanks so much for liking and subscribing. And Brilliant Red, thanks so much for liking and subscribe as well. What is your score prediction for Man United game? I think United will get the win. However, I think it will be quite tight. But I'll just go 2-1 to United. What's your score prediction? Do you think Richarlison is a bit greedy when he's with the ball? That's a really good question. I feel like believes that he's a very good player. Does that make sense? Like, he believes he's a very good player. So he is a touch, but like the goal, he didn't shoot. He crossed it and put the ball in, and there was calvert-lewin. So very, very well worked goal. I think 2-0 United. Yeah, potentially United could definitely get the win. And like I say, I think they will get the win, but I do feel they will struggle. I just have that feeling that West Ham will give them a good game, because West Ham aren't in bad form. David Moyes was nominated for Manager of the Month as well. UTG49, I think what's tuning in. How you doing? Up the Gunners? Up the gas? Up the... I'd imagine It can't be Gar. It can't be Bristol Bristol Rovers. That's so niche. Thanks so much for tuning in. Anyway, my association on British people is red hair and freckles on the face. I have one spot here, but I don't have any freckles. Up the Gunners, and 49 is for the Invincible run. Nice. The Football Show, thanks so much for hitting the subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, that's nice. Up the Gunners, 49 for the Invincible. That's the first season I watched of football. The 03-04 season, the unbeaten season, and I fell in love with Thierry Henry. And I think he's just the most amazing player ever. I absolutely adore Henry. I've always really liked him. He's one of my favourite players ever. That didn't don the white shirt of Hereford. I absolutely love Henry. Absolutely love Henry. No, honestly, hype tip to you. Your English is really, really good. Really good. Really, really good. But yeah, I really appreciate you tuning in. Anyway, so I'm hoping that you do not look like you eat pies every day. I don't eat pies every day. I had lunch. I always have lunch at about 11 on Saturdays, so I can watch the build up to the game, and then I can go live at 12. So I actually had I'm vegan, so I had like vegan like tikka strips, like pretend chicken basically, and I had that in a wrap with peppers, onions, and salad. That's what I had for lunch. But I always have that really early because of the stream, because I don't want to not eat before I go live. So that's what I always do. Henry and Burkamp up front. Burkamp and Perez, Vieira. Oh, one of the best sides ever. When did you start your YouTube channel? My first YouTube video was uploaded on the 23rd of March 2018. Weirdly, 2 years later, I started my job at... where did I start at? I started at Tesco. Hi, I just subbed Grant. Thank you much for hitting the subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, that's what I had for lunch. And then for tea, I might cook. I'll ask my girlfriend what she wants, but probably be curry. I'm not sure though. 3 of Carlisle players will be leaving against their old club, Bradford. Will be playing against Daniel Devine, Omari Patrick, and Joe Riley. I've definitely heard of Omari Patrick. My knowledge of League 2 is so crap because Hereford haven't been in there for so long. Week after my birthday. The reason I know it so well is because my birthday is actually the 22nd of March. So we have our birthdays very, very close together. But yeah, my birthday is 22nd of March, which I'm sure you'll all be wishing me happy birthday, hopefully, when I have my birthday. But I think my birthday's a Monday this year. Monday. Yeah. Yeah, I have to go. Bye. Thanks so much for tuning in, Brilliant Red. I really appreciate it. Sorry, sorry, weird comment at the start, but thanks so much for Greg sausage roll I had for dinner. Can't beat them. I actually have never had a Greg sausage roll because I think I have, but I can't remember it because as soon as the vegan one came out, even before I went vegan, I was just having that because I preferred it. 17th of March, really close together, really close together. Sam, thanks for tuning in. Hi mate, who do you support? I support a team called Hereford, who play in the National League North. Who do you support? Everton fans generally posher than Liverpool fans. I'm the wrong one. I'm the wrong one to ask. I have no idea. I've never even been to Liverpool. I'm sure they do a vegan one. What I meant was I used to have the normal sausage roll, but I used to very rarely go into Greg's. And then as soon as they launched the vegan sausage roll, I had it and I really liked it. So I thought I'm going to just have the vegan sausage roll from now on. So that's what I did. Has anyone had the sausage roll crisps, which I've eaten, from Lad Baby? I haven't. Have you? Lee Johnson will be at the game. Yeah, definitely. I'm really, really hoping he does well. He seems... A lot of people don't like him, but I think he seems fine. I did it again. Do you live in Everton? I'm not a Liverpool support. I'm not from Liverpool. I don't support any of these two teams. But no, I don't. I live in Devon at the moment, but I might move in the future. Kievo have gone 1-0 up in their game, and Lecce have gone 1-0 up in their game. I think he's brilliant. I've never watched any of his videos, I don't think. Yeah, I've not watched any of his videos, so I can't comment. But yeah, he's cool. He's got his own crisps. Not sure what flavour crisp I'd have if I had to come up with some crisps. I'm just a big fan of like salted crisps. Like my biggest problem is like Pringles. If I have Pringles, that's it. I eat the whole tube. I've got some over there, and I'll probably eat them before. Just hacks. Cool. Sour cream, onions, and Pringles are amazing. I haven't actually had them for a long time, but yeah, I like just the salted ones. It's just the ones I get. Original, aren't they called? We love Lee Johnson till I die. Peter Raymond, thank you for joining. I really do appreciate it. How long have I been doing YouTube? Yeah, I started in March 2018. But I had massive... The first year I did YouTube, I got 3,000 subscribers. And then I've had like massive gaps of not... I've had massive like times of not being able to upload or not uploading for one reason or another, so that's why my channel hasn't grown to a great deal. As second half is underway, but I'm still really pleased with how many people I've got. Do you play football? No, I don't play football. I wasn't actually good at football, so I didn't play it much. And I did play for a team, but it was like I didn't know any of the people because it was like my local town. But the other local town that I went to was where my school was, so I didn't actually know anyone, and I got quite nervous because I'm quite a nervous person. I'm very, very shy. I've got some football jokes relating to football players to tell you all. Okay, as long as they're like not like nasty or racist or like swearing or anything, you could tell them if you want. Scunthorpe have taken the lead. Here's Richarlison blocked. Gomez blocked. Brilliant block by Loughton. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's the answer on football. Football fan AR, Alex, thank you much for tuning in. Yeah, sure, go ahead, Peter. And Edward, thank you much for tuning in as well. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, I'd love a like on the video. We are on 30 likes, 29 likes. That's really, really, really good. Really, really good. I really appreciate everyone who's tuned in. I played Among Us yesterday, and I was the imposter. I'm sure some of you play Among Us. And I went into the vent in front of everyone. I started venting in and out, and then the other imposter started doing it as well, and they called a meeting and they were like, it's them two, and I convinced them somehow that it wasn't me. And they ended up skipping, which is absolutely unbelievable. Shane had a very long shift at Asda. Right. Reading have got fans against Forest. Yes, because they'd be tier 2. The only tier 3 around that area is Slough before we get to Kent. So yeah, Slough's tier 3, but everyone else in that area is tier 2. I never went as imposter scared. I should not have accepted that comment. That's interesting. I always vent. I never usually do that though. I just did it as a joke. What did she say to Denver? Temper bar. Okay, that one's better than the first one. I wouldn't go to I wouldn't be on like Mock the Week or anything doing those jokes. That's okay. That's okay. I have had so many of my videos like live streamed demonetized, so I'm trying my best not to get them demonetized because I don't make a lot of money off it, but I don't want the money to go. But yeah, don't worry. I'm sure he didn't do it deliberately. I used to swear all the time on my channel, and sometimes the odd one does slip out. Like if it was Champions League final and someone scored a last-minute winner and it went crazy, and they come back from like 4-0 down to win 5-4, then I would probably swear, because I'm human, but I try not to. My stepdaughter plays Among Us. It's good. It's good. I really like it. I play on the computer, so I can type really fast. But yeah, it's good. Joel is a waiter at a restaurant, and he asked the customer, "Where's my tip?" Right. Here is Keane. Keane played back to... Looks like Iwobi's at... I know this is a question that nobody... I totally forgot, but it looks like Iwobi is at right back now. And Godfrey is at left back, for those that were wondering. So Ryan Loft opened the scoring for Scunthorpe, just in case I forgot to mention that one. So good result so far for Scunthorpe. I've been to Southampton, but I've never been to Scunthorpe. These jokes. What's the game been like? It's been fairly even, and it's a brilliant goal after like 2 and a bit minutes from Robbie Brady. Opened the scoring, really, really nice goal, and then right before the break, calvert-lewin equalised after a great bit of work from Alan, giving the ball over to Richarlison, who put the ball in, and there was Dominic calvert-lewin to get his 11th goal of the season. Liverpool fans asked the same thing against Atalanta. God, I was not expecting Atalanta to beat. I know it was a few weeks ago, but to beat Liverpool. They got through in the end. Seen the Brady goal. Yeah, really nice goal. Really nice goal. I've gone for a 2-1 win to Everton, and I feel like I might be correct. Here's the Corey. Corey plays out wide to Alex Iwobi. Puts it back, and it's James Rodriguez. He's going to curl it in. It's brilliant. Oh, good save by Pope. Lovely build-up from Everton. Rodriguez with the shot curling into the corner, and a good hand from Pope. Chris is loves learning Welsh. But not seen Dominic calvert-lewin goal. It was well worked, not as good as the Robbie Brady goal. I particularly 1-1, so hope it stays the same. Interesting. Ball comes in, headed away by Lowton. Everton win 3-1. They'll go 2-1 up, and Burnley will push for a winner, for an equaliser, and Everton will score to wrap it up. Interesting. But Ancelotti is trying to get Dyche to sell Pope. Because they wanted Romero, didn't they, Stephen? And it didn't work out. They didn't want to sell him. Or loan him out. Good move from Everton. Yes, very, very good. Roy is still not keen on David De Gea. Yeah. Here is Richarlison. Loads of space out wide if you can find Iwobi, but just puts it out for a goal kick. Poor. They should have let Romero go. Yeah, definitely. There's no need to have 3 caliber goalkeepers like that. It's really, really disrespectful not to let him out on loan. And I feel like he would have been a very, very, very good move for Everton. Really good save from Pope. They've just shown it again. There has been a change for those that haven't watched the first half. Delph pulled his hamstring and has come off for Gomez. There is Gareth Southgate in the crowd. I'm not sure why he can't watch on the TV. He was such a good servant, and we treated him badly. I think we were worried about Everton being a top 4 competitor. Potentially. Although, if you're good enough, you shouldn't be worrying about anyone else, should you? Reading fans cheering 2-0. Brilliant for Reading. They will. That would be a good result for them for sure. I know Forest haven't been pulling up any trees, but that would put them to second, just behind Bournemouth as things stand. Thanks for letting me know. I really appreciate it. I don't know if we're good. What? I don't think so, Sam. I'm totally we're on the same train. We're singing from the same hymn sheet. You're preaching to the converted. However, what I'm trying to say is, if Manchester United feel so strongly that they are good enough, they shouldn't be worried about Everton. That's what I mean. Mark, who do you support? My name's Mike. I support Hereford. Rooney going to be in League One next year. I don't think he would stay unless he was going to be full-time manager. A dad and son walk into the beach, and his son says, "What are they in the sea?" His dad replies, They are Swans and this is Swansea. I get that one. I wouldn't quit your day job, Peter, but yeah. I'm not sure it's Britain's Got Talent calibre, but yeah. Gomez. Blocked. Comes out to Allen. He plays it out wide to James. Alan. Ooh, poor. Yates for Forest made a good goal line save. I haven't actually seen it, but I did know he was sent off. Jack, thanks so much for tuning in. Rooney will leave Derby soon, in my opinion. I guess it depends who they bring in. When you're going to try and fill up Man United, management, I feel like it would be nice. I feel like he would be given a little bit more time as long as he was okay. Look at how quickly Lampard has gone up, and Gerrard, who's doing very well now, could be in line for the job at Anfield potentially. If I get coaching badges, I might be a manager. That'd be really good, Jeff. Really good. A few women saw few men, so they walked into the men to say sorry, and no women allowed as this is a man's field. Right. Ollie's lost the plot not playing Van der Beek. I'm a really big fan of Van der Beek, and I say that not because of how hard he's played at Man United or what he's done at Man United, but when I saw him play for Ajax, I was so impressed. I'm surprised nobody took a chance on him sooner. Here's Robbie Brady into the box. Can he get the ball in? He can't, but it has gone out for a corner. I want Rooney to be successful, but we can't take that risk. Definitely agree. You need to start picking up results. But I have gone for a win for Derby today. Bolton won the last 5 in all competitions. Port Vale lost the last 5. Score 5 PM would be 1-0 for Port Vale. Probably. That's how football is. Everything's quicker when Van der Beek plays. I'm a really big fan of him, like I say. Even great for Man United when he's played. Still can't get a regular spot. A lot of competition though, Stephen. A lot of competition. Ball comes in for the corner. Ah, my God. Pickford's made a bit of a hash of it, but he has won a free kick. You're smiling. It's not ideal, is it? If Gareth's going to bail for the win, Tottenham in London Derby tomorrow. When the takeover gets complete, would quite like Wagner. I mean, he hasn't exactly been pulling up any trees in the Bundesliga, has he? Gary Neville criticised Pickford for smiling. Did he actually? Who was playing the best, Mike? I would say it's been more Everton in the second half, but Burnley are starting to just come into it. Let's be fair, he is facing world-class heights of Scott McTominay. Or McTominator, as you call him there. Yeah, but you've got people like Fernandes and Pogba and Fred and yeah. He'll be a regular by the time the season's finished. Gomez loses the ball straight away. Oops, I did it again. Jermaine was in an interview recently, and the interview goes, "What do you love about football?" He replied, "Defo scoring goals." Defo scoring goals. Right, I thought you meant Jermaine Genius, because I heard Jermaine was in an interview, and I immediately thought Jermaine Genius. He will be a regular when they finally sack Ollie. But I've said this before on the streams that he does seem to just get his results when he needs them. I'm keeping count. Second time you've sung that song. Is it? It's off the Tesco advert. That's where I got it in my head from. I have a feeling when stadiums are allowed at 100% capacity again, Arsenal will be better than it has ever been before. For a while. It'll go back to normal eventually, but yes, for a while. It will be nice. It will be nice. Because Dr. Fauci, who is the disease expert in America, here's James Rodriguez. He said that he's come into quite a lot of trouble because of what he said about Reading 2-0, Michael Morrison with the goal. Anyway, he said that he thinks stadiums will be back 100% capacity in the summer, which would mean for us next season, which is grand news. What is your favourite Adele song? I quite like Hello. I have that on my playlist. Bayern Munich manager Hansi Flick loves to flick the buttons in the Bayern dressing room. Right. Dr. Fauci is corrupt leftist. I quite like Dr. Fauci. But he has come in for a bit of criticism because of what he said about the UK rushing it. But he has since come back on this thing. Bolton will take 20 years to have 100% capacity. Yeah, you're right, because they don't get any fancier than it is. They're at full capacity now. Oh, well, they're obviously not having any because they're in tier 3. You get the gist. Half-time, Gillingham 1, Swindon 0. Jack Smith, thanks so much for tuning in. Hey, Mike. How are you? 1-1. What do you think? I think it will be an Everton win. I think Everton will get a winner, Jack. One of Ancelotti's favourite songs is Set Fire to the Rain by Adele. That is very, very strange. Danny has feelings for his crush. Right. Hi, mate. Hi, Elder. Thank you for tuning in. What site do you use to watch the EPL? I actually watch it legally on the TV. So, yeah, no tips there, I'm afraid. Because the reason why I do it is Dadalay. I think I should hit the subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. The reason that I do it is so for the stream, so I can be like really up to date, like and get the news as quickly as I can to the people watching. The core 8, it takes a deflection and it's over the bar, and it will be a corner kick. Almost a crazy own goal by Josh Brownhill. People thinking the vaccine was rushed seem to forget that they already were looking for vaccine for years for SARS and MERS. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to trust what the old scientists say over. I saw somebody moaning about it and they spelt Q wrong, and I was like, come on. Hopefully Burge, I've seen Lee Burge play for commentary. Starts, he's way better than Remy Matthews, and Remy Matthews is. I'm pretty sure he played for Bolton, Remy Matthews, and Jack used to talk about him quite a lot, but I can't remember if he liked him or not. You're doing Man City versus Fulham. Also, what's your prediction? I'm not doing that one. I only do one a day, but I've gone 5-1 on my Super 6 to Manchester City. Mo's favourite meal is chicken tikka masala. Masala even. Ray Matthews did, and he's shite. Fulham to win 2-0. Literally anything can happen this season. I mean, that would be quite a shock, wouldn't it? Even for this season. But they did get a good win against Leicester on Monday, so potentially. Blades tomorrow. If I do one, it will have to be the North London Derby or Liverpool. I'm not a big fan of the other two. Charlie Taylor, Wood, Brownhill plays it out wide. Brady plays it back. Harry is an actor. Emmerdale, who plays Kane Dingle. I quite like Kane Dingle when I watched it. Ty Taylor's ball in. I'm probably wondering what I'm doing. Just getting my stand goal because I can't actually stand up. If Bolton get relegated, if Bolton went down, then they'd have to just play in the National League, wouldn't they? That's it. You just have to accept it. If one team out of Fulham or West Brom does stay up, I think Fulham are more likely to stay up. They need to invest wisely, don't they, in the January window. End of the day, if they're above the parapet even a little bit, I think they've done absolutely amazing come January. Harry loves buying a candy cane. Thogden wouldn't be happy if Bolton go down. Well, no, that's the team he supports. I don't think anyone. Harry went down, I'd be a bit annoyed. Not looking the way they recently thought. No, definitely not. I never thought you'd go down. That would be something very, very shocking if that did happen. Did you know that Fulham's new stand will have a swimming pool at the top? I did know this. Very strange. Because right on the Thames, isn't it, if I'm not mistaken? Which is... We are 6 subscribers away from 4,800. Just saying. Which I'm really immensely grateful for. Really immensely grateful. Surprised Arsenal announcer didn't announce it. 60,000. Yeah, definitely. Some fans get to the stadium via the riverboat, so I did not know that. I suppose if you lived over the road, Abraham, Robinson, Alexander, I think I'm actually hitting the subscribe button. Abraham, I really do appreciate it. I subscribed if I could, but I can't because I already have. I really appreciate your support, Stephen. You know that. I recently went to Newcastle. To a Newcastle. Right. Okay. Iwobi's out wide. He puts the ball in, and it just goes all the way through. Nobody can get a touch on it, which is disappointing for Everton and Gomez. Got lost in the game. So we are still at 1-1. Dynamo loves a chicken Kiev. Are chicken Kievs from Kiev? I don't think so. I don't know. I'm not. When restrictions are reviewed on the 16th of the 12th, I wonder if Bolton goes into Tier 2 and only allowed 2,000 fans with 8,000 season ticket holders. I'm guessing just go to alternate games. I mean, that would be a way of getting around it, I guess. That's an interesting way of looking at it. I hope you can go if it does go into Tier 2. I can't imagine. I don't. You know the rate more. Well, you know the rate, and I don't, so I can't possibly comment on it. Went on a boat trip to the Thames. Showed Brian Clough lived in one of those apartments. Nice. I watched a film about Brian Clough. Obviously, the Damned United, which I'm sure all of you have seen. West Ham will have their fans in later, like we need a disadvantage. Yeah, but the advantage for you is that they're not playing at the bowling ground. They're playing at the Olympic Stadium, which is now the London Stadium. So that's a very, very good thing, Stephen. Oops, I did it again. Opinion on Lee Johnson to Sunderland. Yeah, I think it would be a good appointment. I think he will definitely secure a playoff place at the minimum for Sunderland this season and potentially get them promoted. I think it's a good appointment. Why do you think Everton will win this match? Because, Abraham, I feel that they have the better team. Obviously, they have Rodriguez, they have calvert-lewin, they have Richarlison, all capable of scoring a winner. And I feel like they will just get about the winner just because they have those three on the pitch. And they're more likely to make something happen, if that makes sense. Neil does well, puts the ball in, and it's behind for a corner kick. Clutching at straws, but I'll take it. Yeah, definitely clutching at straws there. As of 30th of 11th, the bottom rate is 195, with rates falling at 30%. That's potential for Tier 2, isn't it? I would say. I don't know. Martin Keown is the worst co-commentator on TV. Totally disagree. Go for trips himself, and he's saying it's a foul. Too biased to be doing that job. I disagree. I think I'm not a big fan of Brady had a great chance there on the volley, blocked by Allen. If that had gone in, that would have been absolutely stunning, but luckily it was blocked for Everton. I think Steve McManaman is awful. I think he is the worst. And they seem to have him on every week. Every week. I'm not a big fan of him. Denver took his friends for a drink to the bar. Ashley Barnes playing? No. He is on the bench. Still got 11 days to make it. Yeah, definitely. And if it continues to go down, then there is a case for it, definitely. I have no idea what Exeter's is. Good ball. Calvert-Lewin. My name is awful. Kearney is equally as bad. And throw Michael Owen. Yeah, Michael Owen is bad. All work for the same company. Interesting. I struggle with Glenn Hoddle. Glenn Hoddle is fine. I just struggle to look past the comments. I'm sure you know what I mean. That he made when he was the England manager. As a disabled person, not for me. I mean, like I say, when he was taken ill, I was concerned. I didn't want anything bad to happen to him, but hopefully he doesn't think that now. What is the scoreline? It is down the bottom, as you can see right here, 1-1. So the numbers indicate how the score is, Catherine. I support Sunderland. Mark saw a huge mountain coming. I haven't seen one person on Twitter say something good about Steve Management, and when he's trending, he said something that nobody agrees with him. Yeah, he's awful. I don't like Steve McManaman at all. I can't get behind him. I really can't. And sometimes he says stuff and I just totally disagree with it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of him. Did you see? I did see the crash. I'm glad he's okay. If Chris was in the chat now, he'd be going nuts and you'd be talking about Raiders. Hoddle is nuts. Sky Sports pundits in the last couple of years are awful too. Roy Keane is the only nice man. I like Roy Keane. I like Roy Keane. Yeah, he's good. Ball comes in. Oh, off the head by Ben Mee. Brilliant. Rodriguez's shot is blocked. Iwobi's ball in, headed away by me. Client manager Chris loves to walk on the beach. As you were, Peter. Will you... Roy Keane is fun. He's the definition of a proper captain. Yeah, he's good. He's good. I feel like... I quite like Alex Scott. I really like Alex Scott. She's one of my favourites. Iwobi's ball in, and it's away by me. Headed away by you. I didn't know you played for Burnley. Yeah, I do. On the days off. If Bolton lose next week, then it'll probably be my fault. As my birthday is on Friday. Happy birthday, Jack! And since 2017, Bolton have always lost their first league game after my birthday. There is a player down here. Hope you don't lose, Jack. I'll just rewind it just so I've got the full. Yeah, it looks like a head injury. I'm not sure who it is. He's completely down. In Nottingham, I went to a Forest. I've been to Nottingham. I've been to Forest and County. Both stadiums. Seems Everton luck is out since the derby. Carry on. Hasn't gone well for them since. No, it hasn't. You're right. They had a few injuries though, haven't they? Richarlison and Rodriguez have both been out. So it's Chris Wood. Oh my god, he does look. He looks totally out of it. His eyes are. He's opening his eyes and stuff, which clearly shows that he's. But yeah, he doesn't look very good at all. He will definitely have to come off. He's 110%. He must be concussed or something at the bare minimum. Yeah, he lands on his head. It's horrible. He jumps for it, and Gomez goes like underneath him, and he goes over him, and he could have been really injured there. Stephen has noticed there's a blizzard coming. That Wolves player was getting better, I hope. Yeah, it's 8 Nori, was it? No, sorry, it was. I'm getting confused. It's Raul Jimenez, wasn't it? That was the other night. Don't know if it's just me, but Reading fans don't look like they're applying social distancing. It's all right. There's only 40 of them. The replay from behind looks really bad. Yeah, it does look really bad. Hopefully he's okay. I mean, I think it's enough to take him off. Ederson is in goal for Manchester City. This is the Manchester City lineup. Cancelo, Stones, Ruben Diaz, and Benjamin Mendy. De Bruyne, Rodri, and Gundogan. Mahrez, Jesus, and Sterling. Areola is a goal for Fulham. Back five with the Cora Reed. What? Aina, Anderson, Adarabioyo. Mr. Loftus-Cheek, Reed. It's going too fast. Fulham are screwed. Well, yeah, you say that. They got a great win. Anything can happen. Aidan McGeady is back again at Sunderland. Great news. And now Aidan McGeady is in the first team now. Brilliant news. Redmen fans are all set to go. That is really weird. I hope they get in trouble for that if that's the case. Why not open at least 2 stands and allow more social distance? I think that should be the bare minimum. I think there should be at least two open. 6-0 City with that lineup. Yeah, potentially. It could be really bad. I've gone 5-1 on the Super 6. Ansu has recently criticised Eden Hazard remembered his career by calling him stop eating local food, he's a fatty person. That is really long-winded. Both teams look like scoring. He hasn't gone off Wood, which I'm very surprised about. He didn't look the greatest. I was quite surprised about that. Here is Rodriguez, and he is battling with Decore, and Decore wins the ball fairly. Gomez. Big fan of him as well. Quite a good amount of players in the Everton team. I'm a big fan of Decore, Allen and Gomez. I'm a big fan of Richarlison and Rodriguez. Calvert-Lewin's obviously scored a lot of goals. I'm a big fan of Dean as well. So some good players. Lee Burge is better in the game. Did you see the crash? Yeah, I did see the crash. Fever Legend 2021. Thanks so much for tuning in. How you doing? Thanks so much for joining the stream. I really appreciate it. Lee Burge is back in the lineup. I like I said, I did see him play for Coventry, and he actually got sent off in the game against Worcester. And yeah, that's the only facts I know about Lee Burge is he played for Coventry and he got sent off against Worcester when I was in the game, and Worcester won 2-1 and knocked him out of the FA Cup. Richarlison is holding his leg as Everton continue knocking the ball about. Here is Iwobi. Iwobi, 40 million. Are we going to say that's a waste of money? I think so. Barnes on the way would going off soon by the looks of it. That makes total sense. He just doesn't. It didn't look right for me. I mean, I'm not a paramedic or anything. Quite the contrary. But yeah, I heard you speaking about the City lineup. What was it? I'm a City fan. Let me see if I can remember. Edison, Cancelo, Stones, Mendy. Stones, Mendy, Ruben Diaz, Rodri, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Sterling, and Jesus. And I can't remember who the other midfielders, so we'll have to check. It was Rodri, Gundogan. So that's the team lineup. There we are. Thank you, Stephen. I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm not a big fan of him. I don't know why. Man City 2-0, so expecting quite a low scoring game there, Alex. I'm thinking this game's going to end 2-1. That's what I was thinking, Abraham. We are one subscriber away from 4,800, which would be absolutely brilliant. And would mean I've gained 400 subscribers since I restarted my channel, which is brilliant. Thanks so much to everyone who's subscribed. But obviously Pep rates him, plays him all the time, and he was the first signing he made, which is big. Yeah, I like I say, Abraham, I was thinking 1-0. 2-1, sorry. Taze Dragon King, thank you for hitting the subscribe button. I really do appreciate it. I'm not sure I always say hit it if you're punching it. But yeah. I bet you're all scared now. You saw my... I'm not even right-handed. But I'm not a violent person either, so I just ignore everything I've said. Price clock didn't go for him for the price he went for. Yeah, it is surprising. It is actually really surprising. You're right. See Stephen Egan. I think of John Egan, who plays for Sheffield United. Really like I really like Sheffield United, but I think they've had it. And I think it's early days, but they've had it. I know it's not. I am really surprised, but how often do you see these big crashes and people walk away with minor injuries? It's not like uncommon. But he is very lucky because I suppose the difference between a car crash and that is because of how fast he's going. Berger disappointing. I was expecting a lot more. Free kick to Burnley. Taylor fouled by Decore. He's a decent player, one of the few decent Irish players left in the Prem. Nice. You're Irish. Do you only stream on YouTube? I do have Twitch, Mike Talks Football. I don't use it very often. But yes, I have Twitch. Also have an Instagram as well. And my socials should come up. There we are. Subscribe now. There's my Instagram. Twitch. Twitter. I don't. How do I football manager? I got promoted to League One with Hereford, and I literally have no idea why, because my team's nowhere near good enough. I'm going to get absolutely obliterated in League One. Westwood's ball in from the free kick, headed away. It comes as far as Brownhill. Shoot wide, and it will be a corner kick. I watch Ireland sometimes. Oh, Irish. Hereford had a player called Dara O'Shea on loan in the Southern League Premier, and he's now in the Ireland team, and I think he's brilliant, and I hope he does really, really well. So I'm sure you've heard of him. I'm in the Championship after back-to-back motions. I've had 3 in a row with Hereford. But like I say, I'm really worried because the team's nowhere near good enough, and all the players they keep suggesting in the National League at like standard, which is just no good. Pickford's dive. Pope goes out wide, headed on. Looking for Barnes, finds Barnes. Barnes gets it. Barnes puts the ball in. Oh, Wood almost gets it. He didn't take off Wood, he took off Rodriguez. I'm surprised about that. They've gone with the big boys up front. Thanks for having to hit the like button. I really do appreciate it. I can't believe how many people we've had like the video today or the stream. Dwight McNeil's ball in. Pickford gets there and cuts it away. And that's going to be a foul. Oh wait, no, they're counter-attacking. Here is Decore. Decore plays it to Richarlison. This is a great chance. Out wide to Iwobi. There's 3 in the box. Can he get the ball in? He's taking his time. He's going to shoot and it's blocked. It will fall to the other side where we find Gomez. Gomez cuts inside. There's plenty of room out wide if he wanted to go there. He shoots on his own and it shoots wide. He was getting bullied in fairness. I've caved and eaten some sour cream, Pringles and onions. Onion Pringles. It's currently Pringle onions. What the hell am I talking about? Nice. I've got some original over there. Got some Nomo bars as well, caramel ones, which are like, you know, dairy-free chocolate. Definitely my favourite chocolate I can eat. I hate it when they say a player's level is decent League 2 level when they're clearly good enough for the Championship, for example. I rely heavily on that though because I'm not very good at the game. So there was a sub there, but I didn't notice. Jordan Ibe on the bench for Derby. Because he was really highly rated. He was meant to be the replacement for Sterling, and it's all gone wrong. Looks like Space Jam aliens got to the Everton team. I don't understand why they why didn't they like try and work it? Like I'm all fan of hitting the ball, but like they just shot like they didn't even think of any other options. Come on, Derby. My prediction is 4-1 to Millwall. I hope we have a good game though. I've gone for you to win, so I hope you win. We have 9 minutes left. If you haven't already predicted a winning goal, let me know. I'm going to go for a finish to be 2-1 to Everton. Here is calvert-lewin blocked by Pope. Good save by Pope. But let me know in the comments what you think the final score will be. Mina fouls Wood and it will be a free kick just inside the Everton half. I have one centre-back recently broken into the Bottom's first team. Says he's in League 2, so League 1 level. An adequate level when the rating at the end says vast majority of 7 games. That's really good. I said 2-1 as well, says Jeff. So another 2-1. If you haven't got a 2-1 for this, would you reckon it could remain 1-1 and a good point for Burnley? Could Burnley get all 3 points? Let me know in the comments, definitely. I said Burnley 2-1 nick it from a set piece in injury time. Well, they have got a set piece here, and we are pretty late in. Not quite injury time. Everton scored before half time, yes. Dominic calvert-lewin. Ball comes in, headed on. Headed up in the air, and behind for a corner. Dominic calvert-lewin, 93rd minute, says Jack. I said 3-1, but Pope is killing me. Pope is doing fairly well. And it will be another corner to Burnley. Burnley all over... Well, it is quite end-to-end now, but I feel like Burnley are in the better side. Ball comes in. Oh, good save. Brilliant save by Pickford. Shows why he's England's number 1, right? Brilliant save. The corner coming. I think it's McNeil's ball in. And it's Wood with the header and a brilliant save by Pickford. Knocking it out wide. Good save. Brilliant save. Terrible for calvert-lewin in the form of his career, and he can't. His team can't get him the ball. Yeah, he should have probably done a bit better with that chance he just had. Headed away this corner. And Gomez will try and get away from Brady. Good tackle by Brady. Brilliant tackle by Brady. And he picks the ball back up. He puts the ball in. Headed away by Michael Keane. Gomez is down. He's back up on his feet. McNeil's ball in. Nobody there. It will go. Will stay in. And here's Brady. I don't know if you saw my Twitter, but yesterday the opposition actually got FM for once rather than me. No, I actually haven't seen that. I don't go on Twitter too much. I need to have a drink because my voice has gone all weird. What min you on? 83-41. Yeah, 38 in the second half because I don't know one that I can go past 60. So that's why it's like that. Really good save by Pickford. My girlfriend just messaged me. Sorry, I didn't get your message. Lies. She just doesn't want to talk to me. No, she's nice, really. Iwobi. So 6 minutes to go. Thanks so much for everyone who's tuning in so far. I really do appreciate it. Oh, 4,803 subscribers. Thanks so much for everyone who hit the subscribe button. I really, 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 really fucking appreciate it. Everton looking leggy. They'll be hanging on for a point. They're not creating anything. It's all Burnley, all right. I'm watching on a site and it's free and it's 1 minute behind. That's good. That's good. I don't know what's happened here. The AirPods must have disconnected. But Stephen, thanks so much for hitting the subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Hi, Mike. My prediction says it stays level. Nice, Lenny. Thank you much for tuning in. Just subbed and turned on notifications. Nice. I really appreciate it. I think the music's gone off. There we are. That's probably playing now, isn't it? I'll just turn off the music now because that'll get annoying to me. There we are. The music's off. But yeah, I might get some more headphones. I need to think. What place do Everton go with the draw? So they would be in 7th place, which technically they would be 5th on. They are 7th on goal difference, but a win would take them to 4th, I believe. So Benson has just come on for Burnley, which is a good one for him. XG. Oh, sorry, I missed. You put that earlier, didn't you? About the XG, and I missed it, or have I not? I don't know. XG for Burnley was Brentford was 2 point something, and mine was 0.3 with 2 shots, and I got a 1-1 draw. But the game before was much better. We lost 2-1. We should have won. Well, you get them sometimes, don't you? I was in the automatic promotions and I lost loads of games and I fell out and I got in on my last day and ended up getting promoted. Cenk Tosun is getting ready, stripping off, ready for his action on the field. Levante are now 3-0 up against Getafe. There is still no goals in the game in League. There is a goal. Scunthorpe is still 1-0 against Leyton Orient, and Gillingham is still 1-0 against Swindon, and Reading is still 2-0 against Forest, who are down to 10 men. Rich, thank you so much for tuning in. How you doing? I saw somebody earlier. I was outside my post, in my kitchen, and I saw a postman outside, and on his bag it said Rich B, and it reminded me of you. I should have won both League 1 and League 2 title, but I'm not really bothered. Doesn't matter as long as you get promoted. I've got promoted twice through the playoffs and once automatically. Just champions. I'm delighted. It's still all Burnley. They're doing great, Burnley. Here is Dwight McNeil battling with Sigurdsson, who has just come on for Decore. Benson. Dwight McNeil. Can't be taken off calvert-lewin, can he? Bit late for top for 12. I suppose for the final few minutes he could, but I suppose it would be weird to have a different change. We'll have a look. How are you, Kelly and Alfie? We're doing good, Rich. How are you? Did Wood stay on? Yeah, Wood is still on, surprisingly. It is Allen coming off, and it will be Tosin coming on. So a midfielder for a striker. 88th minute here. Remember, I am a few seconds behind because of because of the stream. Nationally, by the way, do teams have to have kits that aren't close to black to avoid clash with the referee? I have no idea. I believe that to be a rule, but I'm not sure that's a rule on Football Manager. Makes a mockery of the concussion protocols. It does a little bit. He didn't. I'm sure he was fine, or he would have come off, but he didn't look great. Yes, yeah, that is the rule, Jack, because Chesterfield released their red kit, black kit, and then they had to immediately get rid of it after they got relegated. Yeah, Burnley eat bricks and nails. McNeil to take this corner kick. This could be one of the last chances, and it's going to be retaken. This is it, the corner winning goal. Do you reckon there will be a winning goal? I don't think so now. I think it's too late. I think it will be a score draw. But the ball is about to come in. Headed away by Michael Keane. And he's down with the head injury, so the game's going to have to be stopped. If Southend get relegated as their home kit is navy, the ref has changed to yellow when we played us last week because of the navy kit. Do Southend have to stop playing it? Their home kit is navy. I have no idea. I think we'll find out, though. Jack, I think we'll find out. Lazio have gone 1-0 ahead in their game in Serie A. Immobile with the goal after 15 minutes. Do you think we have any chance against Chelsea? No, I don't, Rich. I think we'll lose. However, I thought you wouldn't get a point against... I thought you'd lose. Who did you play recently? I thought, you'll lose that, but you didn't. Was it Arsenal? Referee has given some soft decision. Oh, Sigurdsson! Good save! Rodriguez puts in a lovely ball, and Sigurdsson should have made it 2-1. The ball comes in again from away, we headed away. It will be interesting what they do. I'd assume that the ref would have to change because it is their home colours. Poop having a worldie. He is making some really good saves. Really good saves. Everton. Oh yeah, maybe that was it. Yeah. So I feel like you got to check. I don't think so, but I mean I'm not the be all end all of anything. I told you look like Matt Damon if you had bleached hair. Stephen, that's the third time someone has said that this stream. Someone has mentioned that 3 times. But yeah, thanks. I really appreciate it. Is it me who just gets really annoyed when you're 1 minute behind when you're actually watching the game and not you, Mike, the actual game? Maybe you could always move me behind a minute. No way, man, got in late. Yeah. Everyone I've told you look like Matt Damon. No one's ever mentioned it to me before. When I first started streaming, when I was a lot bigger, I used to get James Corden a lot, but now I just get Matt Damon. And Matt Damon was only a thing once I started losing weight. Jason Bourne does football. I'm not sure who Jason Bourne is. Or Jordan Roster. McNeil puts it wide. I assume tomorrow. I hope to, but I'm not sure, 100% sure if I will. However, next year we're going to have a big old push. So yeah, should be some more streams next year. I'm thinking about applying at Apple again next year as well. So exciting. So and if I did that, then I might have more time in the evenings to stream and things. I look like Big Daddy or Giant Haystacks. I'm sure you don't, dude. But maybe you do. I don't know. I don't know you, but I know who both of those are. So we are into the final 2 minutes of the game. Thanks so much for having me, student. Jason Bourne is Matt. Oh, right. Okay. I actually think too much clearing that up. Jason Bourne does. I see. I understand the joke now. If you haven't seen it, watch it. I don't watch films. Since I've been with my girlfriend, Stephen, I've watched 2 films in the cinema. One was The Martian with Matt Damon, weirdly, and the other one was Fighting with My Family. Bolton penalty against Southend last week was the first they scored since April 2018, and only 3 I remember you saying that you've had like problems being awarded ones and scoring them, definitely. I think you'll get the win, Chris. I think you'll get the win. Reading 1-2-0. That's good. Good that the fans are back in. Good win for Reading. Well, looks like it's going to finish 1-1. Kelly won't let you watch films. I don't like watching films. They're too long and I can't keep concentration. So, yeah, I've only been to cinema twice. Once was on our first date 5 years ago. And the other one was 2 years ago. Or a year ago. Yeah, about 18 months ago, I think it was the last time I went to cinema. I think we'll win today, but because it's Bolton and 2020, anything could happen. But yeah, I mean, if I want to watch films, we could watch as many films as she wants, as I liked. She's not controlling or anything, but I just don't like. I don't like them because they're too long. Lewis Hamilton tested positive. Yeah, I did see that, and he's been replaced by someone. Last 10 minutes have been poor. Both teams looked tired and wanted the final whistle. I feel like Burnley will be more pleased with the 3 points. Last move I saw was Liverpool Weapon 3. Was that a long time ago? George Russell. There it is. The full-time whistle has just been blown. Now, for me, I think Burnley will actually be the team that will be most disappointed because they had some really good chances at the end to get the win. Obviously, they'll be pleased to get with a point against Everton, who were in 8th place, but I feel like they could have done a little bit better there. But still, they're keeping up with the pack at the bottom. So the story of the game: Brady took open the scoring for Burnley with a great finish from outside the area, and then right at the end of the first half, after Fabian Delph had been injured from he picked up a hamstring injury, and Gomez came on. Richarlison played in a nice ball, crossed it for Calvert-Lewin to poke home to make it 1-1. They tried to make some changes. Sigurdsson and Tosin come on. For me, too late for Everton, but they can't make a difference. Barnes and Benson came on for Burnley and could not make a difference in the game. So they finish up with a point apiece. Thanks so much to everyone who's watched the stream. Jeff, thank you much for watching. Stephen, thank you much for watching. Ethan, thank you much for watching. Stephen, thank you much for watching. Jack, thank you much for watching. Chris, thanks so much for watching. Lenny, thank you much for watching. Jeff, thank you much for watching. And Rich and Stephen and other Stephen. JJ, thank you much for watching. And everyone else who commented, I really do appreciate it. If you haven't already, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Also, if you are new and you really do enjoy the videos, make sure you put the notifications on because I'm live every weekend. Or have been for a while. And thank you so much for watching. My next stream will probably be either tomorrow or next Saturday. But if I do one in the week, that's all good. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate Abraham. Thank you so much for tuning in and subscribing as well. And to all the other people who subscribed. Stephen, Abraham, Dadalay, Praz, I know you went ages ago. The football show even. And Taze, Dragon King. Thank you much for everyone who's watching. I really do appreciate it. Thank you much for watching. I will see you again. My name is Mike. And I will see you soon.